Hi friends, and welcome to another video. I'm going to try to show you a better view of setting up your file for the embroidery design. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the machine, and it's going to auto do this little thing. I'm going to go ahead and say okay. And it's going to make the little embroidery unit, which is this thing over here. That's the noise you heard. So you can either do this in an embroidery or embroidery edit. I'm going to do embroidery edit. So that switches it to this screen. So now I was telling you that you can use this little section right here to do what we were going to do. So that's the circle, the square, and the heart. So we're going to hit that. And then it automatically populates onto the circle. You see the circle is highlighted at the top. And then it has all of these different patterns at the bottom. The pattern that we used was just a straight stitch, and that would be this one right here. That's a straight stitch for a circle. If we pick this one, it would embroider out that design right there. If we chose this one, it would embroider out that scallop design. And we may do one of those later because I have done a quilt like that in the past where I did that. And I put a little girl's name in the middle of that. And then where all the scallops are, I filled it in with hot fix crystals. It was a lot of work. I had to get a friend to help me because it was, I think there's 20 of those little circles in every single design. But I did it. The mom loved it. And yeah, that was a labor of love. But we're going to go back to our circle. And you can do that in any of these designs. So if I pick this one, then I could do a scallop. I could do that same thing in that design. Or I could do a buttonhole. Or I could do some other fancy little thing in any one of these designs that you choose. If you chose a diamond, you could do it with the diamond. You could do a scallopy diamond, or you could do a scallopy whatever you choose, you can choose a fancy stitch. But we just want a circle. So we're going to go back to the circle, and then we're going to take the circle at the bottom. So that's where we were. So then I want to go ahead and hit set. So now that we hit set, if you can see up here, you can use your 4x4, your 5x7, or your 6x10. And up here, it shows you where it is set at 6.7, 6.7. We want it to be at the biggest size that we can use for the 5x7 hoop that we were working in last night. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the size button. And then it gives us all of these options to make it tall, to make it wider, to make it shorter, fatter, whatever. We're going to make it bigger. So we're going to go with the square that has all the arrows pointing out, left, right, up, down. We're going to hit that one. And then we're going to make it so every time we hit it, it changes the size. See, now we're at 7.1. If we hit it again, we're at 7.2. So we're going to just keep hitting it, or we can hold it down. And now we're at 10.2. If you can see that at the top, 10.2. Well, now it took away our 4x4 hoop. So now we can no longer stitch this out in a 4x4 hoop. So we have to use a 5x7 or higher. But we want this to get as big as it can for a 5x7 hoop, which is what we used. So we're just going to keep on hitting it again. And it's going to keep on growing. I don't know if you can see how it's growing on the screen. So now we're at 11.8. But we want it to be 12.9 because that's the biggest we can get for a 5x7. So now we're at 12x9. But I want to show you if you go one more and do 13.00, these are centimeters, it's going to take away your 5x7 hoop. And you don't want that unless you want to do this in a big size. But you would have to figure that out on your own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the other arrow. This is what you do if you make it too big. I'm going to hit the arrows that are going in, and I'm going to make this design smaller. So I'm just going to hit it one time. And now it brung back my 5x7 hoop. So that's how you would do that. And then when you got ready to stitch it out, you would just close it. You would hit end because you are finished with your designing. You would hit end, and then you would hit sewing. And once you hit sewing, now this is ready to go. So you would hoop your interfacing. Remember, the bumpy side goes up. You would take your 6 by, I think it was 8.5 inch fabric that you're going to make your circle with. And then you would attach it to the machine and go ahead and stitch it out. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you a clearer view of how you set the design up in your machine. And like I said, all baby lock machines come with this, because I've had several baby lock machines and they all come where you can do this. And I think the other machines do as well, but I'm not 100% sure. I know the Viking that I had, I was able to do it with what was called a fixed stitch. But that was a square, so I don't know if it came in a circle. So if you have a Viking or a different type of machine, leave a comment below if you can do it. So yeah, but like I said, I'm not sure, but hopefully everyone will be able to do it. But if you're not able to do it with the circle, do it with the square, and then yours will just have a square, and you can do the same thing. So we're going to play around with these, and we're going to do more different designs later on, but we're just going to start with this one because I feel like this one was the simplest one that we can get started with. So I hope that helps. Thank you for joining me. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I hope that you guys will join me in this series. God bless you. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friends. Bye-bye.